And I think it is easy to put an Instagram post and say, follow your passion, or you're not building a wall, you're building a cathedral. It's easy to kind of say those things, but when you're in grueling work, or when you have to go through periods of your time where you're not doing things that are a lot of fun, because there's a lot of change, there's a lot of tension, a lot of stress that may be happening in your life, but you need to work, you need to provide for your family. I'm wondering, what do you do? How can people find significance when you cannot, like, quit your job and just be a yoga instructor, or do something that you think is sail the world, or be a travel journalist? What do you do when you're in those situations?
Yeah, no, I really appreciate this, because this is some of my own reflection on my own journey, right? Mm-hmm. And making choices at certain moments that took a little more risk, and actually questioning, like, well, why would I be willing to take all of this risk, right? Because everything, like, from outside circumstances seems like it's exactly what you should want, and you have this external success. And so what I think is really interesting about work, which we define as contributing, right, something to society, and we can contribute, right? It's more that I'm putting my attention on what's important to me and how I make my contribution at work. And so I'm just going to talk about 4 of the ways, Terry, that came out of our research, and they actually map, I think, pretty well to developmental, adult development. So the first one is, like you said, not all of us in every moment are going to feel like our job is super meaningful. And so there is one called Work is Just a Job. And so for a lot of people, young people in their professions, there's other things that are orienting them. And so how can managers, leaders, help them to connect to what is important? And it might be at this moment, what's important for them is being able to provide, right, for their family, being able to provide for themselves, to be able to have access to experiences and things that they want to do in their life that aren't so much connected to their work, and yet they can still come back to, what are their sort of gifts and strengths that they can bring to their work. And, right, that's part of the conversations of asking what's important about your work now, and also being able to connect them to the impact of the work. The second, and this is a super motivator for high achievers, is that work is a stepping stone in someone's development and career progression, right? And so much, and you know this from the conversations that we have with leaders, is how am I consciously developing my people? And so if I can get people connected to what is it, the skills, the things I'm learning that are important now because they have an aspiration for future growth. Third is more in the context of something, like we say, in the context of meaning and purpose. It does move, like you said, some of us have the privilege to be doing this work at this stage in our careers from a deep place of something greater, right? That's drawing us. And then the last one is progress. And I would say these are people who are really called to solve some of the most complex, challenging things that we're facing in society. Okay. And so, being able to, I think, listen through that lens and not expect that everyone is going to be orienting in any given moment from the same space.